Ever notice how the best road trips aren't really about the destination? They're about the stops along the way. The gas station with the surprisingly good biscuits. The diner you only found because you took a wrong turn. The little downtown you didn't know existed until you were standing in the middle of it. Well, somewhere along the way, somebody had the same thought. Except instead of building a road trip around waterfalls or roadside attractions, they built it around coffee. Across the country, small towns and counties have started turning their independent coffee shops into actual itineraries. Passport apps, stamp cards, leaderboards even. So today, we're actually driving it start to finish, west across 3 states. We'll begin in the rolling Appalachian foothills of southern Ohio, drop down into Kentucky horse country, and end nearly 7 hours later in the heart of the Ozarks. 15 stops, one direction, west. Let's hit the road. We're starting our trip in the Appalachian foothills of southern Ohio, where the official Ohio Coffee Trail is still a growing initiative, rural, river-adjacent, and packed with small-town character. Over the next few stops, we're going to work our way south and west before we finally cross over into Kentucky. Stop 1. Foothills Coffee Co., Highland County, Hillsboro. We're kicking things off in Highland County, and there's no better introduction to this trail than Foothills Coffee Co. The name says it all. Rolling hills, winding creeks, and a slower pace that's baked right into the identity of this place. While you're here, you've got to try the Dark Everest, a rich, chocolatey espresso drink that tastes like chocolate-covered espresso beans in a cup. And if chocolate's not your thing, the brown sugar matcha is the other drink everyone keeps coming back for. We're actually staying right here in Hillsboro for Stop 2. A quick walk, not a drive. Stop 2. Sassafras Kitchen and Coffee Bar, Highland County, Hillsboro. Just around the corner sits Sassafras, a sister-owned spot that blends a quick-service coffee counter with the feel of a full sit-down restaurant. It's brewing deeper roots beans, and regulars describe the whole space as chill but classy, the kind of place you settle into rather than pass through. It's also a registered Ohio Coffee Trail stop, so get that passport stamped before you go. On the food side, this is more of a breakfast and lunch destination than a quick stop counter. So if you've got a few extra minutes, take them. From here, it's about a 35-minute drive south to our next county. Stop 3. Market Street Café, Scioto County, Portsmouth. Now we're down to the Ohio River, in Scioto County at Market Street Café. This one acts as a real downtown anchor, and that fits perfectly for a county known for its historic river towns and its ongoing creative revival. This is more of a flavored latte and bakery case kind of stop, so order a caramel hazelnut or vanilla cinnamon latte, and don't skip the sugar cookies locals say they're the best thing on the menu. From Portsmouth, we head about 45 minutes west along the river into Adams County. Stop 4. Mama's Coffee House, Adams County, Winchester. We're continuing west along the river now, deep in the foothills of Appalachia to Adams County. This county only has one stop on the trail, Mama's Coffee House, but it earns its spot. They actually have a dedicated specialty drink maker on staff, so ask what their current seasonal latte is. And don't leave without trying the chicken salad croissant. It's the single most talked about item on the menu. Just 20 minutes west from here, and we're at our final Ohio stop. Stop 5. The Vault Café, Brown County, Russellville. And this is where we wrap up the Ohio leg of the trip. Brown County, our last stop before the Kentucky border, at the Vault Café. Tucked inside a 116-year-old former bank building, this one leans into coffee, tea, and wellness. The drink to try is their hot cider chai blend, a warm, perfectly balanced twist on a classic. And if you're hungry, the bacon, egg, and avocado sandwich is the fan favorite. 4 counties down, 5 very different personalities, and we are now about as close to Kentucky as this trail gets. Time to cross the river and see what's waiting on the other side. Crossing into Kentucky, we're heading straight for Lexington first, then working west through Wilmore, Shelbyville, and Simpsonville before making the long final push out to Owensboro, which sets us up perfectly for the drive into Missouri. Stop 1. A Cup of Commonwealth, Lexington. Our first Kentucky stop is a cafe that's become a genuine community hub right across from Thoroughbred Park downtown. They roast their own Magic Beans coffee, and the drink people keep coming back for is the hazelnut lavender latte. Beyond the coffee, there's a pay-it-forward wall built right into the culture of the place, plus breakfast tacos and a solid bakery case if you need something to go with your cup. A short drive south, and we're in Wilmore. Stop 2. Drinkling's Coffee House, Wilmore. Drinkling started as a mug company before it ever sold a drop of coffee. It's a genuine neighborhood gathering spot, with quilts to borrow for the outdoor green space and pup cups for the dogs that come along. Order the Tanzanian peaberry roast if you want what regulars call the best cup in the house. And if it's on the seasonal menu, the pumpkin latte is worth chasing. Back north and west now toward Shelby County. Stop 3. The Paddock Coffee, Shelby County. The Paddock is about more than the coffee. It partners with a local recovery ministry to give men and women in recovery real job experience. So beyond the drink menu, there's a real community story baked into this stop. Get the bacon egg croissant, a 5-star local favorite, and a white chocolate peppermint mocha if you've got a sweet tooth. Just a few minutes further west in Simpsonville. Stop 4. Weathered Oak Farms, Simpsonville. Proper farm-to-table energy. Alongside your coffee, you'll find Pop's sourdough bread and cinnamon rolls named after the founder's father, whose sourdough starter became the heart of the whole bakery. Order a London Fog or a brown sugar latte, and don't leave without a cinnamon roll. From here, it's the long westward push toward the Indiana border for our final Kentucky stop, the one that also sets up our route into Missouri. Stop 5. The Spot Coffee and Finery, Owensboro. Jake Penley opened the Spot back in 2017, and it now holds the title of the oldest single-owner independent coffee shop in Owensboro. Jake roasts his own beans under the Penley's Coffee name. A nod to his Scottish heritage runs through the whole lineup, from the light roast blonde Bonnie Lass to the medium Roxy's Fox, the dark black Sheep, and the wild Bairn Espresso. Order a coffee, pull up a chair, and have yourself a blether. That's Scottish for a good chat, because the vibe here is built for lingering, not rushing. 5 stops in Kentucky, 3 states in, and from here, it's the longest stretch of the whole trip west into Missouri. Several hours of westbound highway later, we've made it to the biggest trail of the trip. The Ozarks Coffee Trail spans Springfield, Ozark, Nixa, Bolivar, and Republic, Missouri, closer to 40 participating shops in total. We'll hit Springfield first, then head a few minutes south into Ozark for our final cluster. Stop 1. Cherry Picker Package and Fare. This one's a little bit of everything: coffee shop, wine bar, and packaged liquor store, packed into a tiny corner building at Cherry Street and Pickwick. It seats only 20 people, so it's intimate by design. Order a shakerado if you want the house specialty, a foamy espresso frappe that's become the signature drink here, and settle in on the patio if the weather's cooperating. Stop 2. Brick and Mortar Coffee. This is the purest stop on the whole trip. Housed in a converted motorcycle repair shop, Brick and Mortar roasts its own beans and keeps the menu deliberately stripped down. No sugar, no syrup, just whole milk if you want it. Ask for the Nitro Cold Brew, straight off the tap, or pull up a stool at the community table and just talk coffee with whoever's roasting that day. Stop 3. Dancing Mule Coffee Company. A locally owned drive-thru with a genuinely cozy sit-down cafe attached, right at the corner of Cherokee and Glenstone. The chai latte is the drink people build entire visits around. Try it with a lavender, coconut, or pumpkin flavor shot, and the cinnamon slammer sandwich has its own cult following on the food side. This is the fun, unpretentious stop after Brick and Mortar's purest one. A short final drive to close the loop. Stop 4. Urban Grounds, Ozark. This stop is just plain fun. It's part coffee shop, part plant shop. You can fill up your own pot in the lab and walk out with a brand new plant alongside your coffee. Stop 5. The workshop at Finley Farms, Ozark. And we're ending the entire road trip here, a fully restored 1930s industrial building. A fitting final stop after 15 shops and 3 states. So that's the full route. 15 stops, 3 states, 1 continuous drive west from the Appalachian foothills of Ohio through horse country in Kentucky, all the way to the Ozarks. Roughly 9 hours of actual driving between all the coffee stops, not counting how long you'll want to linger at each one. If you had to actually drive this route yourself, which leg are you most excited for? Let me know in the comments. And if you want the full turn-by-turn itinerary linked below, or a part 2 extending any of these legs, tell me which one to come back to first. Thanks for riding along, and I'll see you at the next stop.